and welcome to another episode of
The Struggle is Real.
Good job, guys.
Wow,
Jazz hands.
We're in unison today.
So it is my goal to get through the intro without laughing one day.
Never.
Oh God, it's never gonna happen. But thanks for tuning in this week. I'm very excited for the guest this week because he is a Haitian filmmaker. His name is Luner Eugene. I'm excited to talk to him because he is awesome, and I'll read his bio later on.
Yeah.
But before we jump into the interview, of course, instead of doing topic of the day, we're going to do something a little bit more fun. So, I've decided that we are going to take the Harry Potter test and figure out which house we belong to and settle this debate of which house we belong to once and for all.
And which house is the best?
Clearly, whatever house I'm in is the best.
Okay.
But
I'm so nervous.
All right, gentlemen, the test is up on Pottermore.
Oh, actually,
You guys got it?
I just read this, so they're not calling Pottermore anymore. It's Wizarding World now.
Oh, excuse me.
Changed it last year.
Oh, it does say that, Wizarding World.
Yeah.
Okay, are you guys ready?
I guess.
Okay, let's do this. As it loads, start the sorting ceremony. Okay, so my first question is moon or stars?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Moon or
My
stars?
first question is
Dusk or dawn, right?
mine was dusk or for dawn. I choose dusk.
Okay.
It's cooler. It's
Okay.
It's chilly
Stars.
with a coffee.
I like stars, I
Like
think.
stars? Okay. What's your other question?
A troll has gone berserk. Oh my god, this is like a problem solving. Okay. A troll has gone berserk in the headmaster's study at Hogwarts. It is about to smash, crush, and tear several irreplaceable items and treasures. In which order would you rescue these objects from the Trolls Club, if you could?
A nearly perfected cure for
Of
dragon pox. I would say
Ooh.
that's my first.
Yeah, mine too.
Because
I need to. Student records going back 1,000 years.
I mean, is
What
that really
the
important?
fuck?
Is that really
Well,
important?
I don't know. It's like, does this have to do anything to do with Voldemort? I need all three of these things in front of me.
Okay.
So basically,
Student
that's your third
records
one.
going back 1,000 years.
I don't think it's important. So number 3 for me.
Fuck, but I don't know what the third one is.
Third one is a mysterious. You can reorder it.
A mysterious handwritten book full of strange runes.
Runes.
Oh, that seems fucking important.
Yeah. Okay. Mine is if you are attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with
Wait,
you?
I think you're ahead.
Mine is different.
Are you
Yeah,
different?
his
Yeah,
is different.
Mine is
apparently.
different. So mine will be owls. Owls are cool. Okay.
Like, there's a different kind of owls too.
Yeah, okay, so if you're attending, which it will be a barn owl, tawny owl, snowy owl, or screech owl. Oh, the screecher owl looks amazing. He looks... Yes. Okay.
Late at night, walking alone down the street, you hear a peculiar cry that you believe to have a magical source. Do you draw your wand and stand your ground? Withdraw into the shadows to await developments while mentally reviewing the most appropriate defense and offensive spells? Oh, what the fuck? No. Draw your wand and try to discover the source of the noise. Fuck it. I'm drawing my wand. Well,
No, I will attack it first. The first one. Like,
you would attack
I mean,
it
that's
first?
you, obviously.
I don't want to attack it first.
No, okay.
But I would have my wand out ready and be like, okay,
Yeah.
what's good in the hood?
That's
Oh, wait,
mine.
there was another one. Proceed with caution, keeping one hand on your concealed wand and an eye out for any disturbance. Fuck you. I'm going through what the source of the noise is.
Exactly. Okay, yours. Which one is it?
So 4 boxes are placed before you. Which one would you try to
Oh, that's
open?
mine too.
So the first one is the gleaming jet black box with a silver lock and key marked with a mysterious rune that you know to be the mark of Merlin.
Ooh, Merlin.
Merlin.
The small pewter box, unassuming and plain, with a scratch message upon it that reads, "I open only for the worthy."
Ooh, only for the
Oh, that
worthy.
one speaks to my ego.
What if it doesn't open?
I know, that's what I
It's like, hey, Okay, you're not
The
worth
third
it. Bye.
one.
The small tortoise shell box embellished with gold, inside which some small creature seems to be squeaking.
Ooh, I feel like I might want to save the animal though. The ornate golden casket, standing on clawed feet, whose inscription warns that both secret knowledge and unbearable temptation lie within. Nope, I'm good. Thanks, thanks.
No, that's like,
I feel like I'm going with the Mark of Merlin.
Same.
so,
Anything with Merlin has to be good.
Right.
Yeah. For me, is which of the following you would like to study? Mere people, whatever, werewolves, vampires, goblins, trolls, or ghosts.
Oh, I got your
Centaurs?
question. If you were attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with you and why? Cats, toads, or owls?
Mine right now is
I feel like I can always have
a cat.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god. Okay. I thought my test exited. Fuck it. I gotta go with an owl.
Yeah.
A barn owl. Those are basic big sheep. Basic bitches. A
Which one?
towny owl? No, thank you. I'm going with a snowy owl.
Yeah.
I
So
feel like
mine-
that's so majestic.
Yeah. Mine is which would you rather be? Liked, trusted, feared, envied, imitated, or praised? It's weird because trusted, that's cool. You want your friends to trust you.
Right.
Fear, that means that people respect you. That's important.
Well,
It's not
Envy-
necessarily.
Yeah, respect me. Fear me. I
okay, Voldemort.
don't envied. I don't like being envied. Imitated.
How long is this
no.
test gonna take?
Praised. I like praise. Okay.
After you died, what would you most like people to do when they hear your name? Ask for more stories about your adventures, miss you but smile, think with admiration of your achievements. I don't care what people think of me after I'm dead. It's what they think of me while I'm alive that counts.
That's sad.
I'm going with the first one.
that
I
sounds
want them
good.
to ask about my adventures.
Right? Ryan. what's
Because
your
I want to
question?
leave a legacy for my family.
Ah, beautiful.
Right?
Beautiful.
It is my duty as an immigrant.
Okay, I respect
What
that.
is my legacy? Hamilton. #Hamilton.
What's the animal you're studying?
Werewolves.
Werewolves? Okay.
They're
Okay.
fascinating
You and-
creatures.
Fascinating. Yeah, you and two friends need to cross a bridge, so Ryan and Mahalia, guarded by a river troll who insists on fighting one of you, Ryan, before you let you all past you. Volunteer to fight. Wait, what?
Volunteer to fight?
Suggest-
Never. Eric would volunteer one of us to fight.
For sure, I'm not dying.
Oh my God.
Suggest Ryan lots of
Son of
decide.
God.
Suggest that all three of you should fight without telling the troll. I feel that we will all.
I feel like that would be the
That's
thing
the
too.
yeah. I will be like, y'all, we need to beat the hell out of this troll.
I know
so
you
this
look at
one.
me and be like,
But
"Bitch,
you
better
go
go
that way, I
back."
go this way. Ryan, you jump over the bridge and we just choke him to death. Okay. Tag team the hell out of him.
Okay.
Okay.
But what are you most looking forward to learning at Hogwarts? All about magical creatures and how to befriend them. Flying on a broomstick. Apparition and disapparition. Secrets about the castle. Transfiguration. Hexes and jinx. Every area of magic I can't fuck. Every
Yeah,
area
right.
of magic.
Ryan. Oh, we got the same, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
After you have died, what would you most like people to do when they hear your name? Yeah, I would agree with ask for more stories about your adventure.
That's cool.
That's like, it sounds epic.
I have to choose white or black. Black.
Hey. So, given the choice, would you rather invent a potion that will guarantee you glory, love, power, wisdom?
Wait, I'm done. My thing
I'm
says
done.
I'm
Wait,
done.
wait for me.
Okay.
So, I will invent a potion. I'm between power. I
You
think
know
power.
it's power. You know it. You love succession.
4 goblets are placed before you. Which one would you
What the
drink?
fuck? Why
I don't know.
Why is your test longer?
No. The smooth, thick, richly purple drink that gives a delicious smell of chocolate. Oh, this one's good. The mysterious black liquid. No. Ink. No.
No.
Foaming, frothing, silverly liquid that sparkles and though contain ground diamonds. That would cut my throat. No.
Yeah.
The golden liquid so bright that it hurts your eye, which makes sunspot dance all around the chocolate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go with
Chocolate.
Oh, what?
Heads
Up
What the
tail.
hell?
Tails.
Why is yours longer?
Tails. Okay, I think I'm done.
Okay.
Are we ready?
The sorting hat's ready to make its decision.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Please.
Slytherin!
I knew it!
Oh my gosh.
What'd you
I
get?
got Gryffindor.
What?
What the?
We're in the same house?
Oh, but I'm having an identity crisis because when I was in like high school, I took the test.
But you're not the same person as you were in high
high
school.
school.
But I liked Hufflepuff though.
Then go to Hufflepuff.
No.
Harry has to change his house. You can change it too. Okay, Gryffindor. Courage, bravery, determination.
Sure.
You probably You probably know that some of Gryffindor's most renowned members include Albus Dumbledore and Harry Potter. But did you know that the sword of Gryffindor was made 1,000 years ago by goblins, or that the head of house, Minerva McGonagall, thank you, hobbies include correcting articles and Transfiguration Today and supporting the Montrose Magpies?
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna read mine.
Yeah.
You're a Slytherin. Pride, ambition, and cunning. You probably know that some of the Slytherin's most renowned members include Severus Snape and Bellatrix Lestrange. But did you know that Merlin himself was a Slytherin? Or that
What?
according to the legend, the ribbon of a first-class order of Merlin is green to reflect his Hogwarts house. We are the best, baby. Write it down.
You're evil.
I'm not evil.
Look,
I just wanted to say-
Pride is nothing bad.
Pride.
Pride
I
is
just
nothing
wanted
bad.
to
Ambition
say-
is not bad, and cunning is not
Pride
bad.
comes
I just
before
wanted
the
to
fall.
say,
Lord Voldemort, Draco
Most
Malfoy.
criminals.
Snape is not bad. And
All right.
Snape
Snape,
was
okay.
a petty bastard. Oh, you
True.
petty too. Okay, never mind.
So this episode is just an attack against my character. But Malfoy's mom, she was respectful. She did it for her son.
That's true.
It was only for her son.
But
It was nothing
selfish.
else. If
But
it
that's
was
good.
anybody else's child, fuck them kids.
true. I would give my life for my child's too.
No, not her life. Just she wanted to save his life.
You know what? Anyway, Slytherin, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna be the first Christian Slytherin. That's it. Peace out. Go on,
Okay,
Mahalia.
Eric. All right. Ryan, did you have anything to add?
No, I have to reevaluate my life because
Okay.
identity crisis. So gosh, yeah.
Okay. Well, now I'm going to read our guest bio so we can get into this interview. Luner Eugene is a director, writer, producer, and cinematographer born in Port-de-Paix, Haiti. At the age of 9, he migrated to the United States to join his parents, who had gone ahead years prior to pave the way for him and to give him every chance at realizing the American dream. Luner directs and produces short films, web series, and music videos, mainly for independent artists. In 2008, he produced and entered his first short film, Employed, for the Johnson & Johnson BET Lens on Talent Film Contest, which started his filmmaking bug. Later, Luner's Poukisa music video by the group GazzmanDisip, featuring Richard Cave, was nominated for Best Cinematography by the Widescreen Film and Music Festival. He is currently directing a hit web series, Bae Night, Season 2. Season 1 was nominated for 4 categories in the 2018 Miami Web Festival. Luner has also won the Best Cinematography Award. Best Cinematography Award. And leading actress Sandra Justice won the Best Actress Award.
Awesome.
And the series won the Best of the Fest Award. Luner has also wrote, directed, and produced the feature film Loving Till It Hurts, a romantic drama about a lonely, unhappy housewife who runs into an old high school friend at the time when she is experiencing emotional abandonment and struggling to maintain the love of her husband. He's also writing a new drama and action screenplay, so stay tuned for more details on that. As you can see, Luner is very accomplished, and we are excited to talk to him today. I'm just excited to interview a Haitian. That's just me.
Hey.
But without further ado, let's get into this. So, thank you so much for joining us, by the way. I have heard a lot about you from Jenan, who is, for those of you who don't know, Jenan is one of my mentors. She is vice president of the Haitian American Chamber of Commerce in Broward County. And I work under her a lot. And she referred me to you. She's like, I know another Haitian filmmaker. So it's glad to be talking to you today. But can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Where to start? We have film, and then you have me coming from Haiti, because originally I was born in Haiti. So I came here at the age of 9 and went to school here.
What part of Haiti are you from?
Port-de-Paix. I'm not sure if you, it's up north. It's way up north. And funny thing is, I just went there like last year.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, it is no easy road.
Yeah.
And it was probably the best trip that I've ever been on, to really be honest. Awesome. Having to come in the U.S. Such at a younger age, and to go back and actually went there for work too, and it was incredible. It was like I fell in love with it. It's like I just wanted to live there, basically. Yeah, it was awesome.
Nice.
Great. Yeah.
But continue with your story. You left Haiti at the age of 9.
Yeah, at the age of 9, and then from that point forward, and then I went to school here, of course, and then I believe when I graduated, I got myself into graphic design, because I was always I'm an artist. Like I basically I paint, I sketch. But you know how it is, like growing up, people always say, oh, you're going to be a great artist, you're going to be famous, blah, 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 whatever. But I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to get into, to be honest. And so when we graduated, I remember at the time, I've graduated, but here I am with a friend of mine. We're sitting down thinking about what we're going to do for college, like literally. So I wasn't really sure. And then I spoke to my guidance counselor, and she said, have you ever heard of graphic design? I'm like, graphic design? Like, what is that? And so she basically set myself an appointment with a guidance counselor at, I believe it was McFadder. And when I got there, and I was able to see all of the images that was done on the computer, and I was like, oh, that's the kind of stuff that I've seen at the bus stop. The bus stop, the big buses driving by. So I was really excited, and I got into that. But truth be told, I hated computers. I never liked computers. And we're talking like back in the days. Yeah, if you remember those very old computers, like the Mac computers, they were like black and green. So yeah, that was during that era. So I've hated computers, but if it wasn't for my dad, who was actually paying for tuition for me at the time, I probably would have like dropped out of class. Like I had no choice. If you know how it is with Haitian parents, I send you to school, you got no choice. Yeah, that's what you're gonna do.
Now, how did your parents react to you wanting to be a graphic designer and wanting to be an artist? Because in Haitian household is doctor, lawyer, engineer, nurse, and then that's it.
Honestly, for them, I think it was, as long as I was going to school, and they always believed in me, by the way. So I was one of those kids growing up. Like they knew. I mean, I was an okay kid. I didn't get in too much trouble. So that's the good thing. Although I was around certain bad environments, like most of my friends, basically, I either got deported, died, or in jail, if you know what I mean. So I was around that type of environment, but I was always very optimistic and know exactly what I wanted out of life, if that makes sense. So, so I went in, and then I graduated out of McFadder. Then I think I went out into multimedia. And that's when I started getting into video. But the funny thing is, I've always had a background in, actually my ex-wife at the time was into journalism, and I think she was taking basically video production. But I was always into what they call actually I was a graphic artist, and plus at the time I was into music, believe it or not. I was doing like sort of like gospel hip hop, sort of like positive or around that type of area.
Yeah.
So I remember at the time I opened up for Toby Mac back in the days. You guys may not know who that guy is, but I think he's still around.
Sorry, say it again, because
Toby Mac. Toby Mac.
Yes, oh yeah, we know. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So I opened up for Toby Mac, and they were grits back in the days. That's when like the Christian hip hop was very heavy.
Yeah.
And I remember at the time it was music and graphic design. So that was it. So filmmaking for me came at a later time, to really be honest. So I think that's pretty much it, just to kind of give you just a little bit about myself before I really got into.
Yeah, and what exactly got you into film? Like, what made you fall in love with the entity that is film?
I think I'm not sure about you, but I'm the type that's always imagining things in my head. Like,
yes,
I'll sit
100%.
here, like we can be having a conversation and my mind just switch somewhere else, like thinking about an idea. Like I just form a plot in my head, like a story, like a scene. So I've always had those type of visions. And I've always loved films, you know. I don't know why we just got disconnected, but hey.
Yes.
So having that idea, and then the fact that my ex-wife at the time was into film, because there was this big Haitian film at the time called Wind of Desire, and she had worked on that project. And at the time, this was the area that Haitian films, if you know anything about the when Haitian films was coming into play, they were very dark. Barely any lighting. You guys will be lucky to get anything what we're seeing right now. It was hard. So during that time, there was a guy that I knew. He did this project called Wind of Desire. And that project was probably the biggest Haitian film, because they had American Airlines as sponsorship.
Wow.
And I mean, they had some major sponsorship. So during that time, my ex-wife was part of this project. My business partner, which is Genji Jacques, he actually plays the best friend in that project. So I was always around film for whatever reason, but I didn't really tap into it yet. It wasn't until I left the music, I just went through a period of time. This was the time of my divorce. And it was hard for me. And divorce is something that will take a toll on you if you don't have your mindset together. And during that time, to be honest, I think this was the birth of me getting into film, because at the time, I didn't know if I was coming or going. And during that time, I bought myself like a little Canon HV20, I think it was, or HV30 at the time, like a small camera. And I began to just film things. And I would watch literally like 5 or 6 films a day. It would create, because at the time I was living with my sister. So during that particular time, when I was dealing with low self-esteem, dealing with like everything that was pretty much going on, doing like the separation. So film became my therapy at the time. Just watching films, and at the same time, just playing around with the camera. And that's how my first film came about, called Employed. And so I think that's where everything got started for me. And then I went into, and during that time, I decided that I was going to shoot my first short film, which I had no idea about how to write a script. I knew nothing about lighting. I knew nothing at all. absolutely, the only thing I knew at the time, I was helping behind the scene, like on a Haitian film that somebody just thought that I would be great to help as assistant director. And I think that's when everything sort of started. I saw my first, well, it wasn't the first commercial, but I saw a BET commercial. Back in the days, they used to have Johnson and Johnson, BET Lens on Talent. And I saw a commercial with Sanaa Lathan at the time. And I was like, I gotta enter. I gotta do this. And believe it or not, may I remind you, I've never shot anything, never written anything at all. And for some reason, I felt like I had to do it. And at the time, a good friend of mine, Abner G, he's a Haitian artist, and he was a Haitian filmmaker as well. And he has a film called, a song called La Vie Pas Finie. That means life is not over.
Not over, yeah.
Yeah. So when he hired me for that project to be an assistant director, and I told him that, look, I'm gonna shoot this short film. He thought it wasn't a good idea. He thought this would have taken my focus off what we were doing, but I was like, nah, believe me, I can do it. So I borrowed some lights from him, and I had my camera, and this was it. And I was the crew. I did lighting, sound, everything you can possibly imagine. And the cast was approximately, I think, about 8 or 9 people.
Whoa,
and that was it. I did this short film. And after I did this short film, I submitted it. I didn't win, but it taught me something. It taught me that I will never shoot another short film without a crew.
That's amazing.
That is a great story. Great moral of the
great
story.
Great advice.
Guys, if you are a first-time filmmaker, do not do it by yourself. You need help. You need a crew. Though I commend you for going and sticking with your vision. That's amazing.
I mean, it was crazy. See, because I was in the music, so I know what it is to write the music, to have your own recording studio in the garage. You press record and you go in the booth. So you could do the whole thing by yourself, and then you just go and get the mixing done and the mastering. But film was different.
Yeah.
Film was different. And because I didn't have the background, like I never went to school for filming, I didn't know anything about it. So everything I was learning at the time was YouTube. I mean, as a matter of fact, YouTube was my my university. I'll be honest, till today.
Wow.
It's still my university.
But that's a testament, because that you use the resources that you had.
Yeah.
And that is something that I think a lot of people forget, is the internet is not just entertainment. It is a resource for you to use to further your career. But please continue.
Yeah, but it definitely opened up my eyes what it did, because I've played all the different positions, from directing, producing, lighting. So I got to experience just a little bit of each different roles. So I knew next time when I have a crew, I knew exactly what I had to do now. I had to give my producer and lighting person, although Love Until It Hurts, I directed it, and also I was the DP on that project. Not by choice, but you know how it is when you're first starting out. If you got to shoot it, you shoot it, but between directing and being the DP, that's what I did for Love Until It Hurts. But the good thing about Employed, and Employed till today, it has never been on YouTube, that film project, because the whole concept, because I always felt like this was a film that can potentially be a feature. So I didn't want anyone to get the idea, and so I just thought that, you know what, I'm just not going to put it on YouTube. So it has never been on YouTube. I've put the trailer, but no one has really ever seen this short film of mine till today, except for the people who are actually in the film. That's the interesting thing about it. But the comments that I did get from the trailer alone, they were like, wow, you really got like the Hollywood feel. I'm loving this. Like people really love the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And it was exciting to see because the whole film was about, it's called Employed. It was pretty much about a Haitian guy coming out of Haiti, has no money, basically has nothing, and the way he makes his money is go around and blackmail people. So they call him Blackmail Shock. So he blackmails. So once he catches you in an act, he kind of like sends you an envelope and so he's done his due diligence in capturing you into the scene with photographs. He has everything on you, and then he blackmails you like you have to make monthly payment to him, otherwise he exposes you.
Wow.
So, so that was like the whole concept behind it, man. And so he'll go after like people in high places, like commissioners, politicians, and so that's how the whole project came about. So it was very interesting, very, very interesting project.
Oh wow,
That's cool.
I hope you turn that into a feature. That sounds very interesting. But you talked a little bit about Loving Till It Hurts. Tell us more about the film and what drew you to create it.
Loving Till It Hurts came about after years down the line, 2013, I believe it was. Loving Till It Hurts came about when a friend of mine came to me. Of course, because I'm a graphic artist, she came to me in regards to designing her package. She has a company called Free Yourself Women Foundation. And this was a woman that was abused and stabbed multiple times.
Wow.
And left in the tub to die. And how she managed to escape that was she crawled out of the tub and made it through the front door and was able to call on someone, and they called 911. And that's how she was able to make it. If she didn't do that, she would have died in the tub. So when she came to me to design her logo, her presentation packages and everything, I wanted to do something special for her. Maybe something that would bring more awareness to what she was doing. So I thought, well, how about I just shoot a little 5-minute short film about a woman who's getting abused, and let's see how she makes it out with a single idea. And that's how Loving Till It Hurts came about. First, it was a short film, a 5-minute short film, which turned out to be a feature. Then later on, ended up being a series. So I was having a nervous breakdown when I was in the editing room to find out I end up with 4 hours and 30-minute worth of footage after I've done cut as much as I can possibly cut.
Wow.
So I'm like, this is crazy. Because when it was a short film, the story kept coming alive. Like it was like there was more to the story. So we never put out the short film. It was during the process of the short film. And I think where we were shooting at, we lost the house. And so we decided, you know what, we're gonna take a break and write out the whole feature. And I think it was about 100 pages, then 110. Then I think it was about 115 pages or something like that. Then, but the good thing is, as I was having a panicking, like I was really panicking, having a nervous breakdown, nobody's gonna sit here to watch a 4-hour film. It's not gonna happen. Because when I did my research, a sweet spot for an indie filmmaker is approximately somewhere along a good 95 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what I was hearing. So my friend was like, well, it's a good problem. Why don't you just take the film, you split it in two, and create like a part 1 and part 2. And I was like, well, but it wasn't made for that. Like it's just not going to.
That's not how the story goes.
Yeah,
right.
So then we decided, I'm like, well, maybe we can split it into 6 parts. So from 30 minutes, if you watch Love Until It Hurts, you have some of the series, it's like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and so on. So that's how Love Until It Hurts came a series. It was never a series. So but the good thing about it, although we started shooting Love Until It Hurts in 2013, but it finished at the right time where series were extremely popular. So it managed to fit right into that time frame. So not only that, because and then during that time, I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with it in terms of distribution. I knew for this film, there were 2 things in my mind. I'm not just a filmmaker, but the business aspect of it, I'm very big on it. Very big on it. And I knew that shooting the film, editing the film is one process. Now the next process is, how do I get it out?
Right.
How do I get
and that is a
distribution
step
for
a
this film?
lot of filmmakers don't know where to go. Like, okay, I've shot my movie, but I don't know what to do with it.
Exactly.
Right.
And when people were asking me, well, what am I going to do with it? Am I going to get it into Netflix? Am I going to get into it? And I've studied the process for Netflix, but at the time, I would say the aggregators that I knew, when I read information about them, I didn't felt like it was the best route to go, where I had to pay. I think it was sort of like where I pay like to get to Netflix was like $1,500, but I pay like a $200 fee, which is the process of getting it into Netflix, like the whole packaging. But if Netflix rejected, then I'll get my $1,500 back. But a friend of mine told me that they did the same process, but Netflix rejected them, but they never got their $1,500 back. So with everything that I was reading and understanding, reading about distribution, contracts and stuff like that, I had enough information to know what's a good deal for an independent filmmaker and what to kind of stay away from. Like, I've had different distributors who wanted Love Until It Hurts, and I turned it down because I just knew Love Until It Hurts. It wasn't the best film, because I always knew that your first film is not always going to be there's no such thing as a perfect film, especially for your first film. Like one of the things that we ended up with shooting Love Until It Hurts was we had a sound problem. I had a sound man, but what happened, he got a bigger job. So, for what we were paying him at the time, and he got a big gig to go to England and film for a big series. I mean, he had to do what he had to do. I mean, I get it. But so now I had to go and purchase my own sound, because I used to do music back in the days. And you see how everything is falling into place, from graphic design, music. So I went and I bought myself a shotgun mic and everything. I think I spent a little over $1,000.
Oh, wow.
And we became the sound man, my business partners. I just knew that we had to make sure that the mic was at least 6 inches above the subject. So, and that's what we did to keep the project from dying, because I've seen a lot of projects that started and it never finished. I'm talking about like 90% to finish. And I've seen this happen like at least 3 times with just friends that were shooting film. So I was afraid of not finishing Love Until It Hurts. We released Love Until It Hurts. I mean, the first premiere we had was in 2018, but we started in 2013 as a short film. You see the process? So it was a very long process, so it really takes a lot of passion, energy, and just really believing into the project, man. And I had to soak up a lot of there's a thing that they say in Creole, boucher nez on boit de l'eau senti, which is like
Close your nose and drink something that smells bad.
Yeah.
I literally had to do it. I had to do that because I faced so many different things with certain actors, and I just had to soak it up as a director, like just for the sake of the project, you know. And we did it, you know. So
and now it's on Amazon.
yeah,
Amazon Prime. So you guys can absolutely check it out and watch it.
yes, it's on Amazon and it's also on Tubi. So the beautiful thing about this is after I've gone through so much, distributors, I actually found one just searching online, searching. I did my due diligence and researching. After I found the company, I researched. And I was like, and I told my team, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to go with them. I'm definitely going to go with them. I'm going to take because here are the type of deals that's out there for an indie filmmaker. I was approached. They wanted to first of all, they wanted to take Love Until It Hurts and split it into 2 parts, like a part 1 and part 2.
Mm-hmm.
And they were offering me $2,500 in advance and a 10-year contract. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing a 50-50 deal with a $25,000 of marketing. That's what they claim. That's what it's going to cost to get it into Walmart, Best Buy, different places and platforms, and Amazon, and so on. $25,000. So after they recoup $25,000, then we go 50-50. I didn't think it was a good deal, first of all. Plus, the lifespan of a film is approximately 8 to 10 years. So I'm going to be locked into a contract for 10 years. And I'm giving them all the rights, and I can't do nothing with it. So that's not the vision that I had. All I wanted is a non-exclusive deal. So the company that I got into, I was able to do what they call a 80-20 deal, which is I keep 80 and they keep 20. Beautiful deal.
Wow.
That's almost unheard of.
Right.
And that's how come I got on Tubi and I got on Amazon Prime. And Tubi is a better platform for especially for love until it hurts, because Amazon is based like it's what they call subscription based. I believe. In Tubi, it's more ad revenues. So which is great. Yeah, so that's why it's free. So even when I advertise now, I mostly tell people go to Tubi.
Right.
I've made more money
on
Tubi
Amazon.
than Amazon. Seriously speaking, Amazon, me personally, it's not a good place for filmmakers. Amazon right now is actually cutting down what they used to give to filmmakers. It's almost like nothing. It's like you getting 1 or 2 cents on per X amount of views.
We do have a film on Amazon, and it only makes like 3 cents a month.
It's depressing. It is depressing. It is depressing. It's yeah. I mean, a lot. I mean, even Netflix. A lot of people wanted to get into Netflix. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, you should get on Netflix because it's the holy grail." But Netflix, a lot of people think, well, if I can get my film on Netflix, great, I'm on there. But Tubi and Netflix, for me, honestly, it's basically the same in a sense, because I still have to do my own marketing. So just because you're on Netflix, nobody knows that you're there unless you go out and you market it. Unless it's a very good film where they put it on the forefront, where you can see the trailer. If it's not that, nobody knows you there. Like the girl who won the American Black Film Festival, she's Haitian, Numa, and she has her film on Netflix, which Ava DuVernay picked it up. Just searching for that film alone, I had a hard time searching it because Jezebel is spelled Gezebe.
Oh, I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yes,
yeah.
yes. Jezebel.
So,
yeah.
So that film, just for me to search for that alone, I couldn't find it because I was
on Netflix.
Misspelling it. Yeah, because Ava DuVernay picked it up. Wow. Actually, my business partner met her actually because we went to the American Black Film Festival, and we were extremely proud
and
because
that's held in Miami, isn't it?
Yes,
it's held in Miami. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful, man.
It's my dream to go.
It's awesome. It's awesome. So, yeah. I mean, we even went there. We advertised. So, to me, Netflix, unless you have a lead actor in your film, they have a certain like limit that they, like a price they'll give you. Yeah. Like you'll be lucky if you get 20,000 for your film from Netflix. I've heard people say they only got like 5,000 for their film.
Oh wow.
I mean, if your film costs like, let's say $1,000 to make it, then it works. Yeah. You know, so I don't mind them giving me 5,000. You know, but Love Until It Hurts, of course, this was a film that we've put so much into it, so much time and energy, and even the caterer that was actually there. Like, she basically, wow, like Chef Tika, hats off to Chef Tika, because she basically caters for us, like literally, like at no cost. She sponsored us. Wow. So imagine, she's cooking. So I'll never forget it, man. Wow. Hats off to Chef Tika, man. So we've had and I had a friend of mine who basically gave me $7,000, and he was like, if you don't make nothing from this film, don't worry about it. I know you. You're a very passionate person. That wow, that's crazy. It's okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, our next question for you is, how does your Haitian culture influence your art?
Funny thing about the Haitian culture, I think I'm more pro Haitian now than I was before. And what I mean by that, I've always embraced my nationality. Even coming from Haiti and transitioning into here, those days were rough. And what I mean by rough, like we got picked on a lot. To even say that you were Haitians, you know, all the things that you used to hear, Haitian is this, Haitian is that. So it was really rough. It wasn't until Wycliffe came in the picture, and then it was cool to be Haitian. Yeah, I got everybody rocking the Haitian flag. It doesn't matter what nationality.
Suddenly, everybody's saying "sac passe."
Yeah, exactly. So it was really tough, but I was the one where, like, I was pro Haitian. Like, hey, I'm Haitian. I had friends who used to say to me, "Don't say I'm Haitian," because they were afraid to get beat up. So, but I didn't know much about Haiti because I left at the age of 9. You see, but when I came here, it wasn't until maybe 2 years ago I started really getting deep into the Haitian Revolution, understanding how we gained our independence and the whole 9 yard, and a lot of stuff, man. Like it's just mind blowing.
No, I completely understand. It wasn't until I left high school that I started diving deeper and deeper into our culture. And it was like, I was born here, but my parents would always send me to be in Haiti with my grandma. She lived in Thomasin. So if we had more than 3 days off, my parents were sending me, voyage Thomasin, go to Thomasin. And I don't know, I really didn't start getting into the culture until like after I left high school. I just had this revelation of, man, I'm Haitian. Like I have a whole culture. Like I have an island to go back to, and I don't know much about it. Yeah. And so now, as an artist, I'm always feeling like I want to showcase our culture in a different light, because too many times we see the Haitians are just the voodoos. The Haitians, sometimes they're not even Haitian. Like in Bad Boys, they had Jamaicans as Haitians.
Yeah, exactly.
But I totally understand what you're saying.
But I can honestly say that I think because I'm Haitian, and because I'm Black, I use these two things to put in my mind whatever that I'm going to step out and do it with the spirit of excellence. Because of that. Like when I see my Haitian people doing good, I support them. Whether you were in the music, the arts, fine arts, doesn't matter what it is, because I just love to see, especially my Black people, really stepping up to the plate, because I don't believe in mediocre work. I believe in excellence in everything that you do. So I take that, I don't take that lightly when it comes to that. Because I just want to show that, look, this is someone from Haiti. Because the reason why it is so important to me, because the stigma that they have on being Haitian or those who come from Haiti, you're not as creative, or you're not as, it's like you're here, you're not there. You know what I mean? And because of that, it's just the process of coming from Haiti to here. Like, to me, I take that not lightly. Like when I told you that I had to take that road to go back to my hometown, I literally when I came back from Haiti, I have never told my dad that I loved him. If you know anything about the Haitian culture, you may not know in terms of the Haitians from Haiti. Majority of them don't know how to look at their child into their eyes and say, I love you. I have never told my dad that I've loved him, but I love my dad.
That's a really big thing,
And my dad has never told me that he loves me. But I know he does.
It's something know, because they prove it through action. They don't like to say it, but they prove it through action.
Exactly. And when I came back from Haiti, I told my dad, Dad, I respect you more than I've ever, not that I ever really disrespected my parents, but I have hats off to him to know where I was born, how to get there. It really opens up my mind, and I'm more grateful, more thankful. And so that's what encourages me to in everything that I do, to give it my best shot and don't half step it. So I use my background, like where I've come from.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That is amazing, and unfortunately, we are out of time. I wish I could talk to you more.
Yes, but in this podcast, we really love our immigrants. Mahalia is from first generation Haitian. Me and my family moved from Puerto Rico 3 years ago, and Ryan is the second. Really? Yeah. Hey! And Ryan, our producer, he is second generation Korean American.
Well,
so
you were born here, but they took you back to Korea.
Yeah, I was born here.
But
I'm the second generation.
He's a second generation. So in this podcast, we really, really appreciate our immigrant filmmakers and creatives. So this conversation has been incredibly inspiring to hear. But before we let you go, we have a final important question. Mahalia, I want you to ask it.
Okay. What is your favorite movie and TV show?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I never thought anyone would ever ask me this question, because there's so many different movies, different genres.
We know.
It's really kind of hard, but I have to say my favorite movie, don't stone me, it's called Perfume, a story of a murderer. It's a long time ago. Perfume. You should check it out. A story of a murderer. And I guarantee you, after you watch this film, you will never, whenever you look at perfume or cologne, trust me, it would always reflect back to you.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very...
I see the posters. Actually,
it's like back in the days, during the time of
Alan Rickman and Dustin Hoffman is in it. So
beautiful
is
film.
Shaw. Oh,
I love
wow.
this film. I love the film. I love the film. It's
Okay,
incredible.
to the list you go.
Add it to the list.
Now,
Yeah.
in terms of TV show, I don't do a lot of TV shows, to really be honest. I'll be honest with you.
Mhm.
I really mostly like movies, because TV shows never really ends, and because it never really ends, or I just feel like sometimes if I'm not careful, I could be wasting a lot of time. So
I see that.
so I'm very
That's interesting. I've never heard the flip argument of
Yeah.
that, but yeah, okay.
yeah, but I do love Luke Cage. It's no longer there no more. You know, it's a black superhero, and plus my friend Jaden Kane actually plays Tip. I believe that was his name. So he's on that
Oh,
show.
nice.
And I love the Wu-Tang series, of course. I'm a Wu-Tang fan.
Tang.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wu-Tang Clan.
We love the Wu-Tang over here.
I love the Wu-Tang. Yes, I love Wu-Tang.
All right.
Sure.
Well, thank you so much. If you don't mind, share your social media with, tell the people your social media so they can follow you.
Well, it's my first name, Luner, which is Luner. So Lunerversal Film. Just like Universal, but it's my first name, Lunerversal Film. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
So it's Luner and
That's
Versal.
good. That's amazing.
All right, Luner, thank you so much for talking to us today. We'd love to have you again sometime in the future.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
But
Thank you
for doing this.
Thank you.
No,
Take care.
thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.
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 Well, guys, that is our show for today. We hope you enjoyed this interview with Luner. I know I thoroughly enjoyed it. I love what he said at the end.
Yeah.
About doing everything he can with excellence.
Yeah.
Doing everything he can do with excellence. I think that's a good note for all of us to follow.
Yeah, but that's also such an immigrant thing to say.
It is.
I mean, when you're immigrant, especially immigrants of color, you feel that you have your entire people on your back, and if you do bad, you do bad for all of them.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You're like pretty much representing your family, kind of thing.
Yeah.
it
You
was an
feel like
amazing
you're an
journey.
ambassador for your people.
Yeah.
And so everything that you do has to be done with an amount of excellence and respect and drive. So that way you reflect your people's culture.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's our show. As you guys already know, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. DM us with any suggestions. Also, check out our merch store. Please like and support. You can also become monthly subscribers on Anchor FM. Whether you can give $1 a month, $5 a month, $20 a month, any little bit counts. Everything goes towards the podcast and just helping us grow and support this channel. Anything you guys want to add?
No, just keep creating, people.
Yes, as Ryan always says, keep
creating.
I'm happy I'm a Gryffindor, because before it was telling me I was a Hufflepuff, and I was like, what kind of lie is that? You belong in Slytherin. You were embodiment of a Slytherin.
I'm just gonna shut up and not say anything again. I'm gonna every time you guys ask me something now, I'm gonna respond I'm a Slytherin and just walk away.
And that is the kind of pettiness I would expect from a Slytherin.
Shots fired. Boom, boom, boom.
All right, guys, that is our show. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.